So funny, my cute mom does classes on Wednesdays at 5. And then she still Venmos me. And I'm like, Mom, please stop Venmoing me. And she won't listen. So I have to bake her a cake or something to offset the Venmos. Maybe I should do that for you guys too. Anyways, I'm going to stop rambling. I think I had my fair share of coffee so far this morning because I'm like, and I've got puppies barking and spring outside. And it's a good day so far, I think. So with that in mind, let's actually do some yoga. What do you think? Find a comfortable seat on your mat and make sure you have the props that will support you through your practice today. So for most of us, it just includes a fancy dancy rolled up mat. That could also, if you don't have a rolled up mat, you could also use a pillow or a rolled up towel. That's actually how Forrest originally did it, was using towels. Kind of funny. You could also use a block for our practice today. All right, find your comfortable seat and allow yourself to shift around a little bit at the beginning here until you settle into that place of ease. And then begin your breath. So settle into your seat, however it's positioned for you today. And begin with that deep inhale, really drawing in the breath all the way to the pit of your stomach. And balancing that inhale with an equally strong, intentional exhale. Emptying yourself out. So your breath becomes the rhythm to which you focus, to which you practice. Most forced to rely on even in these challenging moments. Sit up a little bit taller. And then relax within that structure. So the shoulders soften from the ears. The hips get a little heavier. The legs rather get a little heavier, softer through the hips. We'll work today with reawakening some of these places in our body that have been dormant or sleepy from the cold of the winter. Now that we're breaking into spring, as you hear the birds chirping, plants starting to grow, the flowers starting to blossom, just inviting some of that refreshing energy, that aliveness into your blood, into your bones, into your skin and body here. So we'll work today, as Anna Forrest says, to sparkle up from inside. Which, if you know Anna Forrest, is hilarious that she would say something like sparkle up. So as you're drawing in these breaths, we'll take just a few more here. As you're drawing in those breaths, start to energize your body with the breath. And if you feel more tired or lethargic today, use the breath to start to take away and peel away some of those cobwebs. Take 3 more breaths with that in mind. And then slowly opening your eyes, keeping this engagement of invigoration. Bring the soles of your feet together. Reach down and grab hold of the ankles and just start to flap. I know it feels totally awkward and like you're 5, but sometimes it's really good to be 5, right? So flapping the legs like little butterfly wings, and this is actually beneficial to the joints. Many of you have heard me say that multiple times, but it works more on the joints than it does on the muscles themselves. So we are going to move into 3 rounds of Uddiyana Bandha. and 2 rounds of Agnisara. If you are pregnant, you are not going to do this. You're going to work with breathing and expanding through the rib cage, still folding forward, getting that same action. You just won't work with the belly action. If you're familiar with Uddiyana Bandha and Agnisara, you're welcome to start and get some extra rounds in. Otherwise, follow my lead for a moment. So what you're going to do in just a moment, keep flapping your legs, is you're going to exhale all the air out. Don't do it quite yet. Pull the belly in and up, holding empty. And that's all you're going to do. Coming forward, holding empty, hollowing out. To work with Agnisara, you're going to do the same action, exhaling all the air out, pulling the belly in. But instead of holding it in, you're going to press the belly out, pull it in, press it out. So getting this rhythm with the abdominals. All right, let's do it together. Let's see what happens. Fingertips back behind you, lift up tall through the heart. As you're ready, exhale strongly out the mouth, come forward. Don't breathe, stay empty. Draw navel towards spine. When you're ready to inhale, release the abdominals. Inhale, rise up, lift through the heart. Continue with this 2 more rounds. Moving into Agnisara. If Uddiyana Bandha is new to you, you're welcome to just stay with that. Otherwise, work with Agnisara. Deep breath in. Exhale all that air out. Hold empty, navel to spine. Push belly out. Pull it in all without breathing. One more round at your own pace. This time, fold forward, moving deeper in to this hip and groin stretch, softening to the shoulders, relax the jaw. Re-engage with that Ujjayi breath. Inhale, rise up out of the fold. Girls, stop. Bring your hands to outer thighs. Help the knees back together. Really, they're quite a sight. Hey, stop it. Bring both legs forward, shake them out. We're going to roll on down to the back. So come on down. If you're pregnant, you're going to come forward to hands and knees. Work with those cat-cows, opposite leg and arm extensions. Everyone else, get on your back with me. Rolled up mat or whatever prop you're using nearby. Come on down. Interlace your hands behind your head. Take a deep breath in here. Knees are bent 90-degree angles. Exhale, lift head and shoulders. So keeping it pretty simple here, basic elbow to knee to start. Take a deep breath in. Hold that breath. Press mid back into mat. Curl tailbone up. Exhale, elbows towards left thigh. Reach right leg forward, 45 degrees. Pull belly down. Inhale, come back to center. Bend both knees into your fight. Press mid back into mat. Curl tailbone. Exhale, elbows to right thigh. Reach through the left foot, draw belly down. Inhale, come back to center. Hold the breath. Press mid back into mat. Curl tailbone. She's really stressed about those squirrels. Exhale, elbows to left thigh. Indy, come here. Reach through the right foot, draw belly down. Inhale, bend both knees back through center. Hold the breath. Press mid back into mat. Curl tailbone. Exhale, elbows to right thigh. Reach through that left foot, pull belly down. Inhale, back to center. Hold the breath. Press mid back into mat. Curl tailbone. Exhale, elbows to left thigh. Reach through that right foot, draw belly down. Tuck a little more. Inhale, come back to center. Press mid back into mat. Come here, come here, come here. Curl tailbone up, exhale, high. Elbows towards the right thigh, reach left foot forward 45 degrees. Nice. Pull the belly down. Hi, you're okay. Yeah, you're okay. Come back to center. We'll do one more round. Press mid back into mat. Curl tailbone. Exhale, elbows to left thigh. Reach through that right foot. Imagine some of those stuck areas, those cobwebs, reaching and expanding, scraping them away. Pull the belly down. Inhale to center. Hold the breath. Press mid back into mat. Curl tailbone. Exhale, elbows to that right thigh. Spread through the left toes. Reach long. Pull the belly down. Inhale, back to center, and release. Let's do some windshield viper legs, also known as butterfly on a rock. What a great visualization this morning, those butterflies on a rock. Exhale, knees over to one side. Inhale, back through center. Exhale to the other side. And just go at a pace here that feels good to your body. Just wish-washing through the legs, the hips, unwinding some of those tight areas. Still imagining and envisioning here that release and that scraping away of some of those cobwebs, some of those parts of your body, parts of yourself that have been asleep or dormant for the past few months. Coming back through center. Take hold of that fancy rolled up mat, or if you're using a fancy pillow, you can use that too. Extend the legs up to the sky. Spread the toes wide. Now, if this is bothering your low back, and if you ever have low back problem, do core right away. Knees can be bent to help alleviate some of that pain, or feet can always stay on the ground. So picking the version that works best for you today. Interlace the hands behind your head. Take a huge breath, spread it across the back body. Hold that breath in, press mid back into mat. Curl tailbone up, squeeze around your prop. Exhale, lift head and shoulders. Squeeze a little more, pull belly down. Inhale, lower head and shoulders. Hold the breath. Press mid back into mat. Curl tailbone, squeeze. Exhale, lift head and shoulders. Shoulder blades come up. Squeeze that second time, pull belly down. Inhale, lower head and shoulders. Hold the breath. Press mid back into mat. Curl tailbone, squeeze. Exhale, lift head and shoulders. Shoulder blades come up. Squeeze a little more, pull belly down. Inhale, relax head and shoulders. Hold full. Press mid back into mat. Curl tailbone, squeeze. Exhale, lift head and shoulders. Shoulder blades lift. Squeeze a little more, pull belly down. Inhale, relax head and shoulders. Stay here with your legs. We're moving into gate opener, or as Kim used to call it, gate opener to hell. All right, deep breath in. Hold that breath, press mid back into mat. Curl tailbone up, squeeze. Exhale, lift head and shoulders. Squeeze a little more, pull belly down. Inhale, left hand to your prop, straddle the legs. Exhale, curl tailbone. Reach out through thighs, pull belly down. Inhale, legs back together, release head and shoulders. Hold the breath. Press mid back into mat. Curl tailbone, squeeze. Exhale, lift head and shoulders. Squeeze a little more, pull belly down. Inhale, right hand to that prop, straddle. Exhale, curl tailbone. Reach out through thighs, pull belly down. Inhale, legs back together, lower head and shoulders. Hold the breath. Press mid back into mat. Curl tailbone, squeeze. Exhale, lift head and shoulders. Squeeze a little more, pull belly down. Inhale, left hand to prop, straddle. Exhale, curl tailbone, reach out through thighs, draw belly down. Inhale, legs back together, lower head and shoulders. Stay with me, hold the breath. Press mid back into mat. Curl tailbone, squeeze. Exhale, lift head and shoulders. Squeeze a little more, pull belly down. Inhale, right hand to prop, straddle. Exhale, curl tailbone. Reach out through thighs, pull belly down. Inhale, legs back together, lower head and shoulders. One more round. Hold the breath. This is the good part. It starts to burn. Curl tailbone up. Feel those cobwebs just getting scraped away, dusted away. Squeeze the mat. Exhale, lift head and shoulders. Pull belly down. Inhale, left hand to prop. Straddle as wide as you can. Exhale, curl tailbone.
Reach out through thighs, pull belly down. Inhale, legs back together, lower head and shoulders. Hold the breath, press mid back in the mat. Curl tailbone, squeeze. Exhale, lift head and shoulders. Squeeze a little more, pull belly down. Inhale, right hand to prop, straddle. Exhale, curl tailbone. Reach out through thighs, reach through the toes, pull belly down. Inhale, legs back together and release. Set your prop aside. And then arrange your feet so you're ready for bridge pose. Knees stack over heels, feet about hip width apart. Inhale, peel your spine away from the mat, lifting from the hips. Arms by your sides here. Focus on lifting through the chest and belly. Head is relaxed, jaw is relaxed. Activation through the back body to support this softening, this opening through the front body. And then reconnect to that strong, invigorating breath. Sparkle yourself up. Take 5 more huge breaths here. Focus specifically on the chest rising, so you're turning this more into a back bend, and the belly lifting. Last inhale. Exhale, tuck tailbone, slowly roll your spine down to the mat. Once your hips touch, release the back body, pressing those thighs away or hugging the knees to the chest, just unleashing any tension through the spine. Roll over onto your side with your head and neck relaxed, press your way up. Oh my God, you should see what Tinder's doing. Oh my God, I wish I had the camera to take a picture. It is so amazing. Okay, come forward, I'll set up into dolphin. She's sitting on the edge of the couch and her leg is up on the back. And she's looking over out the window. All right, anyways, I probably am way too obsessed with my puppies. Yeah, I'm talking about puppies. Come forward, set up for dolphin. Those of you familiar, hop right in. Don't wait for me to give you that cue. So your forearms are parallel or hands clasped, elbows directly under shoulders. Relax the head, curl your toes under, extend your hips up to the sky. Dolphin. Head is heavy here. See if you can find some enjoyment in this pose. Some beauty in this moment. Sometimes the beauty is the intensity, right? Sometimes it's where you finally get a release to the jaw because gravity is helping traction through the neck. Sometimes it's feeling that you can do the pose. Sometimes it's feeling the soreness in your muscles and how it starts to unwind as you hang out a little bit longer. Step the left foot out, reach down, grab hold of the left ankle or calf. If that's too much, keep both feet on the ground, both forearms on the ground. Option to take it a step further and float that right leg up to the sky. Dolphin strut. Keep the breath going here. Exhale, lower the right foot. Left forearm comes back to the mat if it's not already. Step the right foot out, maybe a little forward. Reach down, find the foot or the calf or the shin with your hand. This may be where you stay. Or there's that option to extend the left leg up to the sky. Strut in your dolphin. Breathe into this pose. Each pose is a new mystery to dive into with your breath. Exhale, lower that left foot, both forearms to the mat. 2 more breaths in dolphin. Maybe tiptoeing the toes closer. Exhale, knees lower down. Child's pose, embryo, puppy, whatever best suits your body in this moment. Take a moment, just surrender. One of the gifts that yoga can teach us is how to go from intensity to complete surrender. Not get stuck in the past or stuck in what we just were. Even get stuck in the future of where we're heading. So dropping into this moment with sensation, with breath, with your thoughts. Inhale, roll your way up. Hands root into the earth. Curl toes under. Extend your hips up to the sky. Downward facing dog. An option to shift your hips side to side. Forward and back. Just experimenting with this initial downward facing dog of our practice. Once again, eradicating some of those cobwebs by shifting, moving. There's really no wrong way to move here. Last inhale in your down dog. Exhale, walk your feet up to meet your hands, top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift that spinal extension. Exhale to fold it in. Inhale, come all the way up, sweep arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's flow here. Basic vinyasas. Inhale, re-extend the arms. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, left foot back lunge. You can add some padding into the knee. Lift and open through the heart. Staying here for an extra breath, really extending through the torso. Exhale, hands to mat, step to plank. Just feel as the energy runs through your limbs. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, lift the heart for cobra. Exhale to press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, step left foot forward, lunge. Open up, reaching tall. Take an extra breath here, expanding all the way to the fingertips. Exhale, hands to mat, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, reaching tall. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, step right foot back, lunge. Open it up. Exhale, hands to mat, plank. Chaturanga, flow with your breath here. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right foot forward. Lift and open. Exhale, hands to mat, forward fold. Rise up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, fold. Inhale, left foot back, lunge. Open it up. Exhale, hands to mat, plank. Chaturanga. Lift the heart. Down dog. Inhale, left foot forward. Exhale, hands to mat, forward fold. Rise up. Exhale, hands to heart. One more round here. Re-extend. Exhale, fold. Inhale, right foot back, lunge. Exhale, hands to mat, plank. Chaturanga. Lift the heart. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right foot forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, hands to heart, center. Re-extend the arms, sit back into chair pose. Keep lifting through the heart. Filling this pose with breath. Maybe sit a little deeper because you can. Maybe sit a little deeper and lift even more through the heart. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, extending the spine. Exhale to fold it in. Interlace hands and opposite elbow. Take this ragdoll pose. Shake your head a little bit, yes and no, releasing. Release the arms. Inhale, halfway lift, extending the spine. Exhale, plant your hand on the mat and just step your way back to plank. Hold. Hold at plank. Feel that strength through the core. Strength through the legs, through the shoulders. If you want to stay longer, you can. Otherwise, continue with me. Chaturanga. Inhale, lift the heart. Shoulder blades back. Exhale to downward facing up. Hey, Indy, stop. Inhale to extend the left leg off the sky. Hang out here. Indy, stop. Indy, stop. Reach through those left toes. No, we don't get the squirrels. No? No? Yeah, no. One more breath here. Maybe the leg goes a little bit higher. I know. Exhale with that momentum. Step that left foot forward. Oh, keep your hands on the ground. Oh my God. They're insane. Engage to the inner thighs. Inhale, float the arms back behind you. Hover above this left thigh. Inhale, rise all the way up. Sweep your arms to the sky. Hang out in your crescent lunge. Breathing here. Strong breath, opening through the chest, opening through the belly, maybe lifting even more through the heart, feeling that engagement. Oh God, these squirrels are literally just taunting my puppies. It's so cruel. Maybe lift even more through the chest. Exhale, bend the elbows. Draw shoulder blades back. Turn this more into a back bend. So you're starting to lean back, still lifting to the chest so you're not crunching through the low spine. Breathing into the front body. Inhale, float your arms back up. Exhale, lower your hands all the way down to the mat. Keep the right hand rooted. Inhale, left arm opens up, spinal twist. Draw the right shoulder back. Turn this more into a heart opener. If you step that hand back further behind your shoulder, lift and arch through the chest. Breathe into the heart. Two more breaths here. Exhale, lower left hand down. Add some padding under that right knee. Lower the right knee to the ground. Hands come up onto that left thigh. Inch the left foot forward. And then shift the hips forward. So you're coming into this quad hip flexor stretch, heart opener. So hands can stay on this left thigh if you'd like.
or maybe one or both arms extend to the sky. Really focus on this crescent-like shape, reaching from the knee joint all the way up to the fingertips. Breathe into the space you've created here. We spend so much of our time folded forward that here we're opening back up, re-extending. Exhale, lower your hands to the mat. Step your way to plank pose. Chaturanga all the way down to the belly. Hands next to your chest. Moving into locust Shavasana. Inhale, peel the shoulders away from the mat. Lift up through the chest. Float the hands up. Inhale, reach the arms back behind you. Float the legs away from the earth. Now, if you're pregnant, obviously you're not doing this. You're working with a high cobra. If you're pretty pregnant, you can keep a pad or a blanket under your thighs so there's no pressure on the baby. Shoulder blades draw back wherever you are. Lift even more to the heart. 3 more breaths. Exhale, lower back down. Hands next to your chest. Press up and back to downward facing dog. Connect into that breath. You can always exhale out the mouth to release some of the pressure. Inhale, float that right leg up to the sky. Press the chest towards the shin, reach long through the right toes. Balance all of that out by pressing strongly down through the hands, rooting into the earth. Exhale, knee to chest, step the foot forward. Setting up for your lunge. Hands frame the front foot to start. Fire up the legs here. Inhale, sweep the arms back behind you so you're hovering above that right thigh. Feel that engagement. Inner thighs hug towards one another. This right quad is firing up. Inhale, rise all the way up. Crescent lunge. Arms float to the sky. So taking a few breaths here, just settling into your lunge. Lifting and opening. Breathing into the chest and belly. Maybe it starts to turn more into a back bend. Leaning back, continuing to extend up through the torso. Space from the hip all the way to the fingertips. Exhale, hands to the earth. Setting up for your spinal twist. Left hand stays rooted. Inhale, right arm peels open. Reach and extend. Draw that right shoulder onto the back. Lift to the heart. Breathe into the chest here. Breathe in this front body. Exhale, hands to the mat. Lower that left knee down. Add some padding under the knee. Just want to protect that joint, trust me. If you're having 2 knee surgeries, it's not worth it just to not have to fold over your mat, right? Silly. All right, hands to the right thigh. Shift that right thigh forward. And then hips move down and forward. So you're activating this stretch between the knee, through the quad, up to the hip flexor, maybe even to the obliques. Hands can stay on the right thigh. Our arms extend up, turning this more into that crescent shape. Reaching the fingertips back, lifting through the heart without sinking into the low back. So there's still that lift, that telescoping through the rib cage. Fill this pose with breath. A few more. Exhale, hands to mat. Step back to plank pose. Slow and controlled. Chaturanga all the way down to your belly. If you're pregnant, you're going to do the same thing, kneeling. You just won't be on the belly.
Oh, hi, Tinder. Arms come out like goalposts. On your inhale, peel the chest, head, arm, and leg up. Legs up. All right. Boat with shoulder shrugs. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, hug shoulders. Shoulder blades, elbows towards spine, pull down. Inhale into the back of the heart. Exhale, hug shoulders. Shoulder blades, elbows towards spine, pull down. Inhale across the back of the heart. Exhale, hug shoulders. Shoulder blades, elbows towards spine, pull down. Deep breath in. Exhale, release. Hands next to the chest. Press your way all the way back. Downward facing dog. Option, take those exhales out and up. Take a deep breath in. Extend that left leg up to the sky. Exhale, bend the left knee, open up through the hip this time. Creating some space around that hip joint. Breathing even into the lower belly. Inhale, re-extend that left leg. Exhale, step left foot through. Warrior two, right heel roots. Inhale, windmill up. Enter warrior. Arms parallel to the ground. Connect into that fluid breath. Shoulder shrugs in warrior two, so slightly different. Release your arms in front of you. Take a deep breath in. Hold that breath, reach shoulders straight up, straight back. Exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades as you drag them down the spine. Inhale into the back of the heart. Exhale, hug mid-shoulder blades towards spine. Hold down. Inhale into the back of the heart. Exhale, bend elbows. Draw bottom tips of shoulder blades, elbows towards spine. Pull down. Inhale into the back of the heart. Exhale, release the arms. Give the shoulders a bit of a roll out here. Float the arms back up. Flip that left palm to the sky. Exhale, reverse your warrior. So right hand on the hip or anywhere down that right leg. You can also take that bind if you prefer. Oh, nice job, Indy. Breathing here into the left side body. Still coming deep into that lunge with the left leg. And I'll reach left arm forward. Take a few breaths in this next stretch, maybe moving around the jaw. It looks awkward but feels divine. Not most of life. Reach through the left hand, come back up. Warrior two, all the way into extended warrior with a heart opener. So left forearm down, right arm floats to the sky. Draw that right shoulder back. Lift through the chest. Fill the heart and belly with breath. You can also take this left hand to the ground or a block if you'd like to go deeper. But really focus here, first and foremost, on that lift and opening through the torso. Breath is strong. Exhale, windmill your hands to the mat. Step back to plank. Chaturanga, just a basic vinyasa here. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, all the way back, downward facing dog. Inhale to float the right leg up and back. Exhale, bend that right knee, open up through the hip. Inhale, re-extend the right leg. Exhale, step that right foot through. Warrior two. Rise up with your inhale. Hi, Indy. Hi, sweet girl. Float the arms up, parallel to the ground. Come deep into your lunge. So you're still activating your muscles here, supporting this lift. Let's work with a little bit of kite talk. So flip the palms to the sky. Thumbs are going to lead. Start to lift the shoulders up. Palms Rotate down and all the way around, torso rolls. Inhale, roll it back up, lift the chest. Exhale, thumbs lead, roll it over. Inhale, open it back up. We'll do one more round here. Exhale, thumbs lead, roll it over, shoulder blades, draw up the rib cage. Inhale, open it back up. Exhale, reverse that warrior. Right palm to the sky, high sweet girl. Reach up and back, opening through this right side body. Fill up with breath. So once again, you're still sparkling, glittering up these areas that were asleep or dormant. Maybe you're just re-energizing the whole body. That works too. Reach the right arm forward, come into this neck stretch, head hangs heavy towards the left shoulder. And reach through that right hand, come back up, warrior two, all the way into extended warrior with a heart opener. So right forearm to the thigh, left arm reaches straight up to the sky and back. Lift and open through the chest. Fill up with breath. Good girls. Once again, this right hand can come to the ground if you prefer. Breathing into the heart. Exhale, windmill your hands to the mat. Step back, plank pose. Chaturanga all the way down to the belly. Now you can take any of these boat options. You can also take boat clasping your hands, or you can work with Dhanurasana, full bow with me. So a full bow is part of your practice today and doesn't bother your low back. Bend your knees, reach back, grab hold of the shins, and start to kick the feet into your hands, lift through the chest. Draw shoulder blades back, maybe ground the thighs, get more of a lift through the heart. 5 more breaths, whichever belly back bend you've chosen. Exhale, release. Hands next to your chest. Press up and all the way back. Downward facing dog. Resist the temptation to take a child's pose. Exhale, step left foot forward. This time, rise all the way up, crescent lunge. Lance dodger, right hand behind your head. Left arm comes behind the back. If that's too much, you can always put the left hand on the hip. Press down with that left hand so you're creating more space as you root the tailbone towards the earth. And then lift through the chest, start to lean back so you're in more of a heart opener. Breathe into the chest. Breathe into the belly. Inhale, torso comes back up. Re-extend the arms. Exhale, hands to the mat. Add some padding under that right knee. Lunge back bend. So a few options here. Option 1, hands are on your hips. Shoulder blades draw back, hips shift forward, and that's where you hang out. This is your back bends. And also extend the arms up, or bend the right knee, reach back with one or both hands if it's accessible. Try to kick the foot into the hands, lift and open through the chest. 5 breaths here. As we hang out longer, see if you can relax deeper into the pose without forcing. Release. Pigeon, it's known as a queen pigeon or a variation thereof. So if pigeon is too much, you can always skip out and just take a double pigeon. You can also come onto your back and take that. But I invite you to try it today. So your foot can actually come as close to your crotch as you'd like. That will alleviate some of the pressure in the hip joint.
To more of a stretch, walk the foot more towards the top of your mat. All right, option one is you simply stay upright like so. Lifting through the chest, drawing shoulder blades back, getting a heart opener while you're in your hip stretch. Option two, bend the right knee, reach back with one hand, grab the foot. Option three, grab it with both. Hi, sweet girl. Kick the foot into your hands, lift through the chest. Maybe this is where you stay. Maybe you hook that right elbow around the toes, come into a bind. 2 more breaths wherever you are. Exhale, release. Hands onto the mat, step back to plank pose. Chaturanga. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, back to down dog. Inhale, step right foot forward. Lance dodger, rise all the way up with the torso. Focus on balance here, unlike me. Exhale, left hand behind the head. Right arm comes to the low back or right hand to the hip. Lift up to the chest, or through the chest rather. Reach down through the sit bone, so you're still creating that space, that telescoping sensation through the spine. Lift through the heart, breathe into the front body. Maybe start to lean back more. The back knee can bend, create more flexibility or movement through the lower spine. Inhale, torso comes back up. Re-extend the arms. Exhale, hands to the mat. Add some padding into that left knee. Lower the left knee to the earth. Lunge, back bend. Option one, you'll simply shift the hips forward. Hands on hips, lift to the chest. Or bend that back knee, reach around with one or both hands. Start to kick the foot into the hands, lift the chest. 5 breaths. This is intense. You can always exhale out the mouth, even lion's breath. To release some of that sensation, some of that built up tension. But also imagine that as you hang out here through the intensity, you're sparkling up those areas that had cobwebs that were stuck or darkened, bringing light and energy into those areas. Exhale, release. That left foot. Coming into pigeon with a heart opener. So, not yet, we'll go, I promise. Walk that right foot over to the left side of your mat. Come on down. You can always add a prop under this right hip. Hi, sweet girl. Hi. Yeah, hi. You have a good morning so far? Yeah. All right, options still apply here. So hands can be framing this front leg, lifting through the heart. That can be your pigeon back bend. Maybe bending this left knee, reaching back with one or both hands. And kicking the foot into the hand or hands. You can also take that bind, hooking the elbow around the foot. Right arm reaches to the sky. 5 breaths. Keep lifting up out of the hips. Deep breaths into the heart. As the intensity builds, stay with it. Notice if you're breathing, increase the breath. 2 more. Exhale, release the left foot if you have. Hands frame that front foot, step back, plank pose. Slow and controlled chaturanga. Inhale, open the heart, cobra or up dog. Exhale, back to downward, facing down. Turn your head a little yes and no. Take a deep breath in your down dog. Exhale out the mouth. One more like that, deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. And then slowly lower your knees to the earth. Roll your way up and come all the way onto your back. Hug your knees into your chest.
Little rocking action side to side. Happy baby pose. Reach down, grab hold of the big toes or the outer edges of your feet. Knees move out beyond your torso, and you just start to rock side to side, massaging the spine, kidneys. Gather the soles of your feet together over the chest. So you're in this bizarre variation of Baddha Konasana. Take a deep breath in. Exhale all the air out, Uddiyana Bandha. Draw navel towards spine, or reach the sit bones towards the ground. Release the belly, we'll do that twice more. Exhale all the air out. Navel towards spine. Sit bones reach down. And now release the belly, last one, at your own pace. Oh, hi, you want to go somewhere? Yeah, we'll go right after this, I promise. Release out of that, hi, sweet girl. Setting up for your spinal twist. If you'd like, you can cross that left leg over the right. Shift your hips to the left, just so you're more even through the spine. Knees come to the right. Arms extend to your sides. I know, we'll go. You have to wait till class is over, Tim. And now bring the legs back through center. And we'll take the second side. Right leg can cross over left. Hips shift to the right. Hi, sweet girl. Knees over to the left. Spinal twist. Inhale, legs back to center. Any final movement or pose or choice. Could be another bridge pose. It could be Viparita Karani or maybe a shoulder stand. But finishing up with any final movement or pose your body would like here. And there's no rush, but as you do feel ready, making your way into Shavasana. That could be a traditional Shavasana laying on your back, letting the earth support your whole body. Maybe you want to take a seated pose today, or even laying on your side. There's a lady who used to come in my classes who would do a boat pose the entire time through Shavasana. That seems less relaxing, but if that floats your boat today, no pun intended, you're welcome to take that. But overall, over the next moment to minute, make your way into your final relaxation. Make yourself as comfortable as possible. Allow the earth to hold you. There's this beautiful visualization that I learned from Anna, who I believe learned this from one of her Native American teachers, where you imagine the dirt just being packed into your body. Packing the dirt from the earth into your body. And the dirt itself is soaking up all of those impurities, all those parts of your body that have been dark or quieted, those cobwebs, getting all of those packing in it. And then once you're packed full of that good earth, letting it drain, letting it seep back into the earth, leaving this glittery sensation, this sparkle, this reinvigoration through the whole body. So if that suits you today, visualize that a few more times as we hang out here in Shavasana for the last few moments of class. Every year, the lilies are so perfect, I can hardly believe. They're lapped like crowding the black midsummer ponds. Nobody could count all of them. The muskrats swimming among the paths and the grasses can reach out their muscular arms and touch only so many that they are rife and wild. But what in this world is perfect? I bend closer and see how this one is clearly lopsided, and this one wears an orange blight, and this one is a glossy cheek, half nibbled away. And that one is a slumped purse full of its own unstoppable decay. Still, what I want in my life is to be willing to be dazzled, to cast aside the weight of facts, and maybe even to float a little above this difficult world. I want to believe I am looking into the white fire of a great mystery. I want to believe that the imperfections are nothing, and that the light is everything. That it is more than the sum of each flawed blossom rising and fading. And I do. Start to bring movement back into your body. And making your way to a seat on your mat. Inhale to float your arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. Just take a moment. Feel that sparkliness, that glittery sensation. Your body, your breath. Maybe you can find it just in a small spot. Hone in on that. Focus on expanding. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Namaste.